Hi everybody, this is a black and red vampires deck that wants to power out Ghalta and Mavren from the new March of the Machine set, give us a free 12/12 vampire dinosaur by using Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. So this combo is kind of tacked on to the Rakdos mid-range style of list. You're going to see a lot of the same cards in the bottom here with Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, and Bloodtithe Harvester. We've also got Fable in here, of course, because it's fantastic. But then we've got some nice vampire synergies going on between the Harvester, Knight of the Ebon Legion, and then Dusk Legion Zealot. Some nice early game vampires that help do a little bit extra on the side. Then in the 4 and 5 drops, we've got some value vampires that kind of draw you some cards, do a little bit extra things, and give you some reach towards the late game. And of course, the main combo here is Ghalta and Mavren. So what happens is, if we can get a few early creatures down on turns 1 or 2, then by the time we are able to combo out Ghalta here for free, we've got some things on the board to be able to take advantage of this attack trigger. So it never triggers on itself, but if we've got other things attacking, we can either make a big dinosaur or make a few vampires. So the way Sorin works is primarily he's a combo piece. You're going to get him out and do the -3 and put our vampire dinosaur right onto the battlefield. But if he does manage to survive, then we're going to be able to put +1/+1 counters on things, give him lifelink, and give us a bit of extra reach as well when we sacrifice things to Sorin. We've got a whole bunch of black and red dual lands here that Explorer provides for us, along with a couple of copies of Mutavault because that also counts as a vampire. So let's get over and see a few games with this deck on the Ranked Explorer ladder. I'll be with you for some commentary, of course, but as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. All right. Let's get into it with some vampires here. Yeah, apologies, I caught a cold over the weekend, so you get Berry White mode activated here. Opponent, what in the world? Opponent starts off with a Sorcerer's Wand. All right. Knight of the Ebon Legion for us. That is... deals 1 damage to any target. You gotta put it on something. Famished Paladin. Doesn't untap. Gain life to untap. I have no removal. Alright, we're just going to get Bloodtithe Harvester down. This is throwing all kinds of red flags here. I've got no removal. None of the Thoughtseizes are here. This seems bad. Okay, Rune of Sustenance. Rune of Sustenance goes on the wand, so that's going to give the vampire lifelink, right? Yep, and so anytime they do damage with the vampire, they're going to be able to untap it. It's Fatal Push. Might be too late. Let's go to attacks here. If they can put that on the on their white vampire, then that's infinite damage. Okay, we get in for 4. They had a mana up. We got to... nuts, they drew the land. Still have a mana up. They probably got something for it, but we got to try. Yep, safekeeping. All right, well... yeah. Wand goes on the vampire. That about does it for us. All right, this looks good. Now, I'm trying to be the combo vampire list. I don't know what's going on getting paired directly into another combo vampires list. It's quite all right. We're going to start off with Bloodtithe Harvester. One of the best 2-drops in these colors. Ooh, Werewolf Pack Leader. Well, that fits right under Fatal Push, so we're going to take care of that. Get our Dusk Legion Zealot out. Draw a card. And attack with the Harvester, bring them down to 17. Opponent with an Old Growth Troll. Twilight Prophet. A little early for that. Not quite up at 10 permanents. Let's get the Dusk Legion down. Another Dusk Legion. Let's play Mutavault then. We'll draw again with this Dusk Legion. There's a Thoughtseize. Now we're getting closer to 10 permanents, meaning this
4-drop vampire could give us some reach if we get blocked by some big green creatures. Opponent with the Cemetery Prowler. This looks like some vaguely werewolf-themed list. So we've gone from getting paired directly into our arch-nemesis vampire combo player into another creature-themed deck. All right, Fatal Push. Let's give our opponent the old Thoughtseize business. They're going to respond with an Inscription of Abundance. Well, I think in response to that then, let's discard this Hive. Don't really want to tap land. And then Fatal Push the 3-drop. Great, that fizzles the Inscription. And I think Mutavault takes 1, so we can't attack with that. Opponent's got Ranger Class and Unnatural Growth. And a big troll. I think it's probably going to have to be the growth here. Although the Ranger Class will be annoying if they're going to be able to peel stuff off the top. But I think more immediately concerning is the Unnatural Growth. Let's get this Knight down. And we'll just attack with our vampires, get some damage in. Yep, that makes sense. Leave enough back to just threaten to block this troll, and that's enough for our opponent. Good game. Ooh, got some fun vampires here. Don't think we can keep that, though. We've got Sorin, but no Ghalta. Now we've got Ghalta and no Sorin. Let's keep these 5. Kind of back to the original hand we had, which we probably should have just kept, but let's get rid of Fable and Fatal Push. We've got another Fatal Push, and y'all seen enough Fable, so let's put that one back. Play our Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Opponent started off strong with a Shambling Ghast. Might be on some kind of Rakdos sacrifice list here. Get our Blackcleave Cliffs down. Our favorite 2-drop vampire. Pass it on back after making a blood token. Man, that 3-drop Sorin, that is actually pretty solid. A lot of abilities on that guy. Oh, it's like we're back in Standard again. Opponent with a Shieldred. Let's draw. Ooh, there's Ghalta. All right, we take a little from Shieldred. Let's see, Ghalta. Okay, so even if we power that out, we can make creatures, but it's not like we're going to be able to get past Shieldred here. So we might have to just take a slightly divergent path here. Let's blood token. Just see what we get here before we decide if we want a Fatal Push or not. Get a Mutavault. Yes, Shieldred dings us again. Let's Fatal Push just to get that out of the way. It's no fun making a gigantic dinosaur. Oh, really? Opponent's got the Malakir Rebirth in their back pocket and is able to get Shieldred back instantly. Well, let's just hang back a second. Shieldred hits hard and those triggers hurt, so let's just relax here. Now, we can make some vampire lifelinky tokens with Ghalta. Oh, boy. Opponent's got the Kroxa. I think we got to let Mutavault go here, even though it's going to hurt us. Have to hold on to this 2-card combo. It's like the only thing keeping us alive. We draw into a Heartless Act, though. That's nice. All right. I think what we got to do is we got to go for the Sorin combo now. We will put a vampire into play. That vampire is riding a dinosaur. And we will attack with the Harvester. Ghalta triggers. We could make lifelinky vampires, but I think we just need a bit more, forgive me, a bit more beef on the board. We're going to make a 3/3 dinosaur instead. Okay, they gain some life back, but that's not what worries me. Okay, Kroxa. going to make us discard. Luckily, it's not the escaped version. No, they're going to Deadly Dispute it, though, and actually draw some cards off of it before it can sacrifice itself, so that's nice for them. Back up to 20 they go. Blood Crypt tapped. All right, no attacks. That means they have no more Malakir Rebirth. Let's see. Target creature. So Sorin can sort of pump somebody up a little bit. Ghalta, our choices. Okay, so it's based on the other things that are attacking, so it's not going to be much different this turn. Let's put the counter on Ghalta. And we will attack. Great, that's fine. If they want to block with Shieldred, we gain a ton of life back and actually kill them. So, yeah, good math, Steve. Good game. Let's keep this. It's a 2-lander. It's got a creature that draws a card, and it's got 2 1-drops. Hey! The Arena Matchmaker coming through. We get Thoughtseized, and Sorin gets taken from us. So we're going to lead off instead with our Knight of the Ebon Legion. We can go next turn another Knight and a Thoughtseize. Opponent with a Cauldron Familiar. Didn't they nerf that? No, that's just alchemy, right? All right, let's Thoughtseize our opponent, see what's going on over there. 2 copies of Village Rites. That's an easy choice with the Bastion. That's essentially a win condition in a sacrifice deck like that. We're going to attack with the Knight and block with the Cat if you want to. All right. We'll follow up with Knight number 2. If we can get to the point where we're putting counters on these Knights, they can get out of hand fast. Used to be a staple creature in decks of Standards past. Okay, Mutavault the draw for us. Brings us up to 3 mana, which is the magic number where we can start threatening to pump up one of these Knights. Let's pump up the unblocked Knight. Is your 3rd card. Nope, okay. Wondering if they drew into removal there. No, they're just going to Village Rites the Cat. That means we do hit our opponent for 4, and both of these Knights get a counter. Gonna keep these removal spells in our back pocket. Opponent's got a Bastion of Remembrance anyway, even though we took the first one. Unlucky Witness as well. All right, well, let's go to attacks here. We can threaten the pump, even if we don't necessarily need to. All right, they're just chumping. We will not pump anybody up. Get a couple of triggers off the Witness and the Bastion. And let's draw with the Zealot here. We draw into another Knight. Yeah, we just need some more tools to finish this job. If they get to the point where they can start making creature tokens and kind of chumping everybody, then that's going to slow us down too much. All right, all the lands for our opponent here. Fatal Push on one of our Knights with a counter. Oh, okay. Dreadhorde Butcher. So it does damage based on its power when it dies. Yeah, no great blocks left for us here. If we block with the Knight, they can kill it. If we block with the Zealot, now I probably should have blocked with the Zealot, but at any rate. All right, they sack it anyway with Village Rites, do 2 to the Knight, so that's down. I don't know, hesitant to block because we do have things where number of vampires matter, like our Champion of Dusk, for example, so. All right, let's crew up the Mutavault, or make it a creature, whatever you call it. Attack our opponent, get them down to 10. Follow up with the Harvester, kind of going a little wider than our opponent for now. If we do draw into one of these vampire reward cards, we'll have a few folks on the board to take advantage. That is the third bastion they found this game as they Thoughtseize us again. See both of our removal spells go down to 8 for the trouble. Let's see. Adversary good, but nope, too much for the opponent. Good game. The double Thoughtseize opener. Sorry, opponent, we're going to have to go there. Typhoid Rats, a 1/1 Death Toucher for them. We're going to lead off with Thoughtseize and see what's up with that hand. Virus Beetle, Cemetery Desecrator. Yeah, it's like I'll give you 3 guesses as to what their next play is going to be. We're going to pitch this Thoughtseize. If their only other good thing is that Desecrator, they're a ways off from that, so we can afford to just spend our time building up the board a little bit. Hopefully get to the point where we can refill our hand with this Champion of Dusk. Opponent's got the Hero's Downfall for our Bloodtithe Harvester. No blockers for us then. Let's get this Mutavault into play. Might be able to surprise somebody. Ooh, opponent with another Virus Beetle. All right, let's ditch the Blackcleave Cliffs then. That's going to be coming into play tapped anyway. Opponent decides to attack. Well, let's chance it. Let's fire up the Mutavault. See if we can't at least block this Virus Beetle. All right, we block. They could have removal for it, but we do have a follow-up land, and really, 3 is what we really need with the Sorin combo, but all right. Well, in that case, let's get rid of the Typhoid Rats. Leave our opponent with just a Virus Beetle as we pick up our 5th land in hand. So let's get one of these down. Same plan, threaten to block with the Mutavault, and then maybe Champion of Dusk next turn, unless we can draw into some nice vampires. Ooh, opponent's got an Omen of the Dead, brings back their Virus Beetle. That's not good. Replays Virus Beetle, so we're going to discard. Easy choice, let's get rid of that swamp. And of course, they've got a backup copy of Typhoid Rats. Alright, let's fire up this Mutavault again. Block that Virus Beetle. So they could be throwing these things away knowing that they've got a lot of ways to get creatures back. We get land number 5. Let's go ahead and do Champion of Dusk. It's only going to draw us 1 card. And what a card it is. It's really too bad that there's no way to cast this dinosaur unless we draw a Sorin. But there's only 4 of them in the deck, so our opponent makes us sacrifice our only champion. Let's blood token away this land. We get a Thoughtseize. They're still a ways off from playing that Desecrator in their hand. They need 6 for it, and they're still only at 3. Omen of the Dead for the opponent. I mean, it works. This feels like a good Pauper deck almost. I kind of like it. Yeah, we discard Thoughtseize to the Virus Beetle, and opponent's got 4 power on the board. Like we're done in 3 turns. Let's sacrifice the Mutavault to get rid of these Typhoid Rats. So if we can combo out Ghalta, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. We're going to combo out Ghalta, pass it on back. Got to play to your outs, you know. All right, opponent sacrifices Omen of the Dead. Very glad that that Death Touch Rat is gone, because now our path to victory is clear. Giant dinosaur trampling over tiny creatures is what we have to do. Sorin goes away, but he's done his job. Let's see. Got to remind myself what Ghalta does. So we're not going to get any trigger from... Well, we are, but it's not going to do anything, because we have no other attacking creatures. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there it goes. It's a 0/0. So it would trigger an effect, but it doesn't effectively do anything for us. Opponent chump blocks, still takes 11. We're going to follow up with a knight who's going to give himself a counter and be a very effective blocker for anything ground-based, at least. Ooh, also kind of sacrifice protection for Ghalta, and that's enough. We got there. Good game. All right, this is a keepable hand. We got plays right on turns 1, 2, and 3. And if we happen to pick up a Ghalta, we're in business. We're going to start off with this knight rather than a Thoughtseize. Oh, okay. It's a scary card, I know. Good game. All right, back here for another one. We've got Ghalta and no Sorin, but I think we keep it. We're going to make a blood token with the Harvester. That's one way to draw. You never know when old Sorin's going to show up. Yeah, there he is. So let's go Blackcleave Cliffs. Let's just keep up Fatal Push. This creature's not very threatening, but I am ready for old Sorin. Opponent's got a Fledgling. They're going to gain a life. All right. End of turn, we're going to Fatal Push the Fledgling. I mean, besides the dinosaur, we are playing with some little creatures. I don't want anybody flying over to get Sorin. I'm just going to try to manage the board here. We're going to play out Bloodtithe Harvester and get ready for, hopefully, comboing out Ghalta. Opponent's got the Revitalize. I'm sensing a theme here. And they pass it on back. Well, let's see. I think Mutavault. That makes sense. Then Sorin. Sorin comes into play. We do the -3 ability. We put a vampire riding a dinosaur into play. And let's attack. That triggers Ghalta. And we'll get the dinosaur token. Hit our opponent down to 18. And what do we got? Opponent taking a read of old Ghalta here. Poison the Cup. They did have something for us. Follows up with another Luminarch Veteran. Well, that's enough to attack Sorin here and take him down. Sorin really has one job in this deck. If we're lucky, he's got a few other ones. Let's power up the Mutavault. That's going to outclass this veteran, and we will attack for 8. Even though Ghalta is gone, not forgotten, as we have its dinosaur progeny joining us in this fight. Opponent blocks with one of the veterans. They're going to be able to flash that back their next turn. We'll keep adding to the board here with this Bloodtithe Harvester. Luminous Phantom joins the party. They're foretelling something else. So it could be another Poison the Cup. Could be a Doomscar they're saving up. Ooh, we've got a nice Evelyn here. All right. Do we attack? Yeah, let's attack. Let's go to combat. We're going to attack with just these 3 creatures on board. Want to leave up our mana so we can flash in Evelyn. So if that is a Doomscar and they wipe our board, Evelyn's going to help us come back. And if it's a Poison the Cup, we can just flash in Evelyn as a surprise afterwards. Opponent just chumping there, not willing to double block any of these Harvesters. Okay, Ambitious Farmhand. Well, that'll find you the missing planes if that is a Doomscar. But you still need 2 of them, which they don't have. Stalwart Valkyrie, huh? Okay, 3/2 flyer. And thinking about attacking, yes. Opponent will attack with the Phantom, brings us to 18. Let's flash in Evelyn, see what we can find. All right, we see Fable and an Angel. We are going to Heartless Act. Well, hold on. Yeah, Heartless Act. Destroy target creature with no counters on it. They will gain a life. But I think that is okay. And let's just go ahead. I'm thinking Angel of Vitality. Let's go for it. And we'll attack with everybody. No profitable blocks here. That is lethal damage, so you're going to have to block something. All right, we get our opponent down to 3. Got a couple of blood tokens if we need to draw some more cards. Got some Mutavaults if this is a Doomscar. Nope, plays Luminous Phantom to the board. It's got to be, yep, I was going to say, it's got to be Poison the Cup. Evelyn gets poisoned. Opponent does a little bit of scry, keeps a couple of things on top. But just looking at the board here, yep, we've got more than enough to finish the job. Good game.